You get an orchid when you're committed.
I'm just so touched, honored to be here. I'm a little embarrassed because, as Mark says, there's so many folks here that have been on this journey, and so a part of me wants to run away. But I'm going to honor Mark by staying up here, and I'm going to turn the tables on him a little and talk about him. And I had to write down some notes because, unlike him and so many, I wanted to get this right. So forgive me for writing out a couple of things. I met Mark Fairfield in 2005, maybe 2003, through the Gestalt community. And that's really important because our whole relationship began with this understanding of and striving for contact. Albert Schweitzer said something that reminds me so much of what Mark and the Relational Center is bringing to our community. At times, our own light goes out and is only rekindled by a spark from another person, another group. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. And this is what the Relational Center has always meant to me, and what Mark means to me. I have been fortunate to serve on a few nonprofit boards, and it has been my experience that on almost all of them, they've got one thing in common: a charismatic, dedicated, and totally crazy leader sharing his or her vision for how we help our community. Such is the passion that I saw in this beautiful man that day when he started sharing his vision about this Relational Center. How does one say no to that kind of dedication? You don't. You just hop on board. It really has been my joy, and dare I say, my responsibility as a privileged white person in this country to give back to this community in any way that I can. And the truth is, I've straddled both sides of this nonprofit fence for quite a while, as both a funder and as a little worker bee in the community, as a therapist myself and as a teacher. Mark and I recognized that this opportunity as a funder afforded me a really important point of contact to bring light, to make vital the needs of a community who are often forgotten about, ignored, or frankly, purposefully shunted aside by the wealthy folks in their ivory bubbles. And so, by being an initial supporter of this company, we hope that the Bancroft's name and support might shine a light on TRC within that privileged community and invite other foundations to offer their important help as well. So this is finally the point I'd like to make tonight, that while it took the charisma, dedication, and passion of this beautiful man standing next to me, while it took a few of us original donors to help get these programs up and running, it really is the ongoing dedication of you supporters and teachers who come in here to serve day after day, week after week, year after year, consistently giving of your time and talents and heart to a community that needs our love and care so desperately. One of the secrets of life, as Lewis Carroll said, is that all that is really worth doing is what we do for others. So after 10 years, this evening is really about transition, isn't it? What do we do next? And one of the things that I get concerned with as a donor is this notion of consistency. having started such a passionate leader, how do we ensure that this important work will continue? And the answer is staring me right in the face right now. This lovely company is up on its feet and going because of you all, because of your talent, because of your support. You guys are the glue that continues to bind this mission with such heart and with such expertise. And so that gives this 60-year-old heart a great sense of relief. So thank you for allowing me to be a small part of this community. I'd like to close with one last quote from Herman Melville, who said, "We cannot live only for ourselves. 1,000 fibers connect us with our fellow men and women, and among those fibers, as sympathetic threads, our actions run as causes, and they come back to us as effects. Compassion, empathy, love."